What it do, what it do, what it do. What's up, everybody? This is Eden the Hero, and you're watching Humble Good Times. And welcome back. If you're new, welcome. Today is actually not my normal filming day. All week I've been just kind of like in this place of wanting to be lazy. I've been going so hard with like my health and all my goals, and I don't know, I just feel like I hit a little bit of a wall with just everything because I just needed a break. I didn't attend my writing group. I didn't film on my regular filming day, and today is the day before my posting day. So yeah, it's been a week, but just to recap, y'all, like I said, I've just been I've kind of been binging on a lot of YouTube videos about weight loss and new recipes and things about like the food industry, things that are toxic to our health, and I kind of just went down this wormhole of all of that. But I did try some new recipes. I tried this oatmeal bar that did not turn out the greatest. Not what I expected it to be, but I rolled with it. I was like, it's edible. I can add whatever I need to add to it to make it a little more tolerable. But I have like 2 more of them left that I'm going to eat probably tomorrow. But yeah, they were very, very interesting. I would say almost 2 weeks ago. It was a weekend and a day ago, I guess. We had the storm of Hurricane Helene, and we ended up having off from work the Friday of. They closed down a lot of businesses closed that day, so we were one of the businesses that closed because they didn't want us to get caught in any bad weather, so they let us have the day off. Now, the day off was not paid. I had to use vacation, but I took it as a win either way. I mean, if I was up north still, and during the winter we have snow, we'll have snow days, or we'll leave early because of the snow. So I take it as like, this is like a lost snow day that I don't get to have down here. But I actually had one day down here. It was last year actually, and it was like January. No, it was December, because my parents came, and they came on like the coldest day of the year. So this was like more like 2022, not 2023, and it was the coldest day of the year. They came down Christmas, like 2 days before Christmas, and the Monday after was like dumb cold. It was like negative something. I forgot how cold it was, but it was like shit was freezing. And at my job, they had to shut down the building because there was no running water. Couldn't use the bathroom, so we ended up not having to go to work that day. And I was like, yes, it's like, thank God we get some snow days down here. So yeah, but other than that, it was a lazy week. I kind of like just, I leaned into it a little bit. I took naps after work. I hit all my goals. Don't get me wrong. I hit all my goals because my health is very important to me. So that's without a doubt. That's going to happen. Like, I'm going to make sure I hit those goals because those are like super ingrained to me at this point where I'm just like, I need to hit these goals. I do not want to not hit my goals and fall behind. And I never want to get used to not moving and doing whatever I got to do for my health. But as far as like eating, I made another recipe I forgot to say. I made chicken chicken and dumplings for the first time ever. Oh, chef's kiss. That shit was so fucking good. Um, and honestly, I just kind of went off. Like, I looked at a recipe just to see how to make it and what all I would need. And I was like, I could work with whatever I got at home. So I used all the shit that I already had and was able to just make the perfect batch of chicken and dumplings. And I made potato dumplings. I did not make the pasta dumplings. So I was really proud of myself for a first time recipe. It came out really good. Like, my stomach wasn't bloating or hurting. It wasn't over seasoned or under seasoned. It was just right. What else? Oh, I made quiche. I don't know if I said that in the last video, but I made some quiche. And Bibi about to try to ruin my shit here. She's trying to get up in her little spot because I'm at the desk. But I made quiche and it turned out really good. So I'm already on my third batch of quiche. And the first one I made had sausage in it. The last two I made had salmon. I put salmon in the foil pack, from the foil packs, in my quiche. I made it with some spinach, some tomatoes, some peppers and onions, cottage cheese. I kind of got into this wormhole of cottage cheese videos on YouTube of all the things you can do with cottage cheese. I was like, damn, that's it? That's all I need? So I kind of just wanted to experiment. But I've been having so much fun with cooking and trying new things, simple things. I want to make my meal prep so simple because I don't want to have to overcomplicate it. Like, I think one day I'll eventually get to a point where I will want to try something a little more complex in the cooking, but I'm really trying to stick to very simple recipes so that way I can get a lot done in one day and then the rest of my week is set up. So I think that's another thing. Like, my Sunday of last week, I was able to cook a lot in that one day. That's when I made my chicken and dumplings, and then I cooked. I didn't cook the oatmeal bars until that Monday because I had to go get some stuff. But yeah, I made the chicken and dumplings for I had it from Sunday to Thursday. And then on Friday, I cooked my pizza. I made cheeseburger pizza. It was so fucking good. Like, when I'm eating, I literally be on just a big ass smile on my face because it tastes so good. When you cook your own food, if you know how to cook or just have some kind of common sense of cooking, it's not hard. And once you get to this point of understanding what things you can substitute, it makes it that much better because then it opens up your world to just the creativity of it all. So that was my week of cooking. And so today I made more quiche, and I ended up making some garlic and parmesan French fries. I really had a craving last night for them, and I was like, I'm just gonna make them for lunch or whatever. But they were really for my breakfast. I made them for brunch breakfast. So I had the quiche, I had the parmesan French fries. I have not had my muffin. My muffins I took a break from because I wanted to see if there's something else I could substitute for that, because it is more processed, but it's something that you gotta still make and prepare. But it was still good. I mean, I'm learning to do my deal with the oatmeal and trying to use oatmeal to get my more sweet tooth in the morning. like a pancake, waffle, muffin. I love having my muffins, so I was trying to find something to like substitute that. So that's where the oatmeal came in, and it was actually good. I actually made overnight oats too. That was what I made Sunday and for Monday breakfast, and I did. I just made the oatmeals in a pot, and then I put them in the fridge with some yogurt and some frozen fruit, and then I had that for breakfast with my quiche. Yeah, I'm fancy over here. I'm a little bougie with my breakfast. But yeah, so my YouTube videos really had me thinking about like a lot of things about just the way that we are as human beings, and I was thinking about like I'm 39 years old, and I'm really starting to ask myself the real questions of someone who is trying to figure out their life and what they want to do, who they want to be. And so it kind of all ties in together, where I always felt like a late bloomer in life. So as you all know, I told you about how I had my health scare when I was in high school, and I had Crohn's. I have Crohn's, and with Crohn's, I don't know, it just became a thing of, I don't know if it's the lack of nutrients or whatever that really took away from my ability to think cognitively, or was it just my impulsiveness that had me in this place of just living with this fearlessness of not thinking too much, just doing. And so a lot of people my age have been married, divorced, have kids that are like graduating. I got cousins that are married that their kids are either like teens, late teens, early adults, about to graduate soon. And it's just, it doesn't make me feel any older, because I don't have kids, I have cats. My kits, I call them kits. But I don't know, I just was starting to really consider like this late bloomer versus just later in life type shit, where, you know, there's so much pressure to like do things when you're young, and you run out of time to do these things, especially with women. It's like they put the pressure on women to have kids while they're younger because of their biological clock. But there has been proof that women can have babies at age 50 plus. It's possible. It's all in how we take care of ourselves. Men can have kids till they're fucking on life support, dead at 90 years old. I think even after life. I know that there was there was a story, some sick ass story about a woman getting pregnant by a dead dude. I'm gonna have to fact check that myself, but the point I'm trying to make is, I think we really need to slow down. We need to slow down. We need to take inventory of the fact that, you know, we have one life for sure. And it does matter what we do in this life, how we treat our bodies, how we spend our time. One second, y'all. One second. So yeah, this timeline bullshit, I don't subscribe to it, and because I'm so conscious, and I'm because I am taking better care of myself now, and my mind is a lot clearer on things that, you know, that matter to me, and just thinking about how I lived in the past, it's been reckless. I lived recklessly, but in my own defense, I kind of just been not realizing how disconnected I was from myself. And it was a lot to do with my traumas, a lot to do with trying to figure out who I am. And it's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm just thankful to be here, whether it's 39 or not. I'm happy to have lived and experienced, made mistakes, and I'm learning from them. And now I'm in a place where I'm like, you know what? What do I want to do with the rest of my life? Where do I want to go? Who do I want to be? Do I see myself settling? Not even settling. I hate that. I hate when people say settling down. There is nothing to settle for. You either choose something you want or you don't. There is no settling in my opinion. I just won't settle. Not for less than what I want. So that really just makes me wonder, because like me and my siblings, like we always felt like behind the rest of the people our age, when the reality is we had a different upbringing. We had the opportunity to be kids, be children. Like we didn't have to grow up fast and have to figure things out at the age of like 9, 10. We were able to be adults, and even to this day, I think that's a lot of the reason why like this late bloomer shit is only because of where upbringing we come from versus what everyone else came from. So I am thankful to have this opportunity in my life to figure things out, to be able to actually take care of myself, and to just be exactly whatever I need to be in this moment, and to just make a plan, follow through. I do feel for the people that didn't get a chance to really enjoy their childhood because they had obligations, family obligations that their parents put on them. Or if their parents weren't around and they felt the need to have to like step in. That's fucking sad. Like someone that young. I had an ex of mine who told me at the age of 9 she was taking care of her 2 little brothers who were not any older than like they were toddlers almost, or a little bit older than a toddler. But she had to step in and really grow up so fast, and so it's sad. And a lot of the reason why she ended up the way she did was because of that. Like she was used and abused. But for me, I'm just in a place where I don't feel a rush, but at the same time I do need to figure out what I want to do, because you know, I'm not sold on retirement right now, because I have an idea that I want to carry out as a retirement plan, instead of just sitting on my ass collecting money in that way. I don't feel the need to have to do that. I actually like being productive and doing things, whether it's passion projects, something creative for sure. But as someone with a retired parent, like my dad is driving Lyft. I just found out. Now, more power to him. He's out here getting his little bit of money that he wants to just feel secure, even though dude has pension, 401k. Him and my mom are straight. Like they really aren't going to hurt for nothing. If my mom decided to want to retire today, they would be straight. But I think my dad is just trying to figure out his own, like, the rest of his life, of what he wants to do. And I think he's running away from his real calling. But or not running away from it, but kind of like just not stepping fully into it. And I don't want to be that way. I've been having this fear of pursuing exactly what I want. And I think the fear is just the fact it's such a commitment, and it's such a huge thing that it's going to require a lot of me, a lot of my energy, a lot of my attention, and that's hard. That's really hard to be able to like step fully into. And I've been praying for God to remove the fear from me so that way I can just do it. So I did take steps in talking about it with my manager about if he knew anybody in this industry that I want to get into that I can link up with, that can help me, give me direction, and mentor me. And he didn't really know anybody. But then as we're talking, I'm starting to list my own resources that I already have. So I ended up reaching out to one of the resources that I already have, and they're going to be able to link me with a mentor that's possibly in that field, in the industry. So the funny thing is, I have the business plan already written up. I did some research on it already. I bought a book that actually outlines what to do, how to get started, but I still struggle with just doing it. And I'm in a space now where I'm really rebuilding my credit as well. So I know I'm going to need business credit eventually as well. And that's all going to take, it's all going to take time. And so what I just tell myself now is, if I can get the ball rolling and do a little bit each day or each week, that'll bring me that much closer to the goal of really launching it, then I will be okay. I just know that taking on anything from me, it has to be in increments. It can't be a full-on jump into, and that's with anything. That's with people, things, plans, but whatever. I really need to take my time and take steps. Doesn't have to necessarily be baby steps, but steps nonetheless towards and not backwards. There's a lot of just distractions going on that I'm trying not to get distracted by, but it's just a little annoying. So yeah, like the writing group that I'm a part of, it's a group that's writing, everybody's writing their own individual TV pilot. And I think it's cool. I think it's dope. I love writing. It's something that I never thought of doing a TV series or movies like that. I thought about writing books, but I think about it more and more each day now with the TV writing and the movies, because now that I have connections and resources of people that I was able to get in contact with, it got my attention a little more. But that takes a lot out of me too, like just having to sit down, write, and figure out, like, especially with structure. I'm not the best person when it comes to structure in writing. That's why I like writing songs, but I think this is really going to be something special to be able to do, and I have a really great idea. I always have good ideas, which I pride myself on. I'm a great ideal person. Whatever you got inside your head and you tell me something, I could have vision for you. And I have vision for myself, but I feel like I'm really good at giving people ideas of what they can do with their gifts and their creativity. But I don't know, man. It's today's been a really good day though. I'm 3 pounds away from my goal weight. Whoop whoop. I'm 163. Just a little update to keep y'all motivated. A lot of my health journey has been watching YouTube. I finally got into meal prepping, which I love doing. I love the amount of time I have when I don't have to cook. I love being able to just come home, do my workout, do my writing or studying, and get ready for bed. I journal before I go to bed. I read now too. I've been reading this personal financing book because I'm trying to get my personal finances together, all at the same time of everything that I just mentioned. But it really just takes a little bit at a time, and anything's possible with patience. That's something I definitely learned this past year with my car, because the car has been holding on, thankfully. I'm knocking on some wood. My car has been awesome lately, and I'm due for oil change, so that I gotta get done very soon. But I realize almost anything is possible with a lot of patience. Not even a little bit of patience. It's a little bit of effort, but a lot of patience. And you can find almost anything on YouTube as well. So that has been like my biggest resource and tool. So the closer I get to my goal of my weight loss, the more I'm learning to cut certain things out of my diet, and it's helping to be able to it's helping me actually gain the results that I'm looking for. So yeah, but I really want to get back to doing my merch. I have been struggling with that. I need to be able to get more products to be able to actually apply the designs to. So I'm gonna get there, and if anybody can, just remind me. Just keep pushing me. I will keep pushing y'all. Whatever it is that you want to do, start. Just start. Don't wait until the next day. Don't wait until the next week. Don't wait until the next month. Start now, because I would say in a month's time, you can at least look back and say, okay, I've been solid and consistent for a month. Let me keep going. And then you'll feel better about actually making a little bit of progress. And nothing's overnight. Nothing. Not even overnight success, they say. There's really no overnight success. It's really a matter of sweat equity, which is effort, and just believing in yourself. That's something that I think I talked about it on the last video, about just watching all these like billionaires, millionaires talk about what is the advice that you would give someone that is looking to start a business or whatever. And they're just like, believe in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself. And I really do believe in myself. I have too much talent and too many strengths to waste. And that's where I'm at, where I want to step into my purpose. I want to use my gifts. I want to just elevate my life. And a lot of something else I just wanted to talk about real quick is the fact that I never thought about the American dream. It was never something in my household that we talked about. It was never, we were actually living the American dream, if you want to be honest. I guess my parents really lived the American dream. They had 2 cars, the house, They paid off their house, I don't know how many times. But they have the kids, they have the careers. Oh, my mom had what, like 2 career changes, and it was never ingrained in us like this is what you want to strive for. It was always a support of, get your education and do what you want. My mom tried to teach us about finances. It went over my head because at the time I wasn't receptive of what she was telling me, because my mind was gone on the fact that I was trying to just survive. So, but yeah, this whole American dream shit, it really just doesn't, it's not something that I ever thought about. But I would say my American dream, what it would look like for me, and this is something actually I've been really thinking about, like I literally want, there's 4 cars that I would take in a heartbeat, paid off, and it would be either a Lexus, a Toyota, Honda, or Acura. Those are like the 4 major brands of cars that will last. They're not super high maintenance. The 2 that are the luxury, they're just of the same brand of Toyota and Honda. Acura is actually Honda, or luxury Honda. Lexus is luxury Toyota. So those are I would take 1 of 4 of those cars. And the type of house that I want to live in, I want to live in a tiny house. I do not want a big ass house. I do not need a big ass house. But I want my tiny house. That's actually on my vision board. I put a tiny house living. That's something that I really fell in love with by watching Tiny House Nation on YouTube. And I tell you, YouTube is life. Because it doesn't it's not a high cost. The apartment that I live in is about 650 square feet, and it's enough. I don't need more than this. I really don't. If I would, maybe a little more room to set up my home gym whenever I get the equipment, but even still, I'm good. I don't really need more space than that, and I don't want to have to clean up more than 650 square feet, to be honest with you. Could I go a little smaller than this? I probably could, but I wouldn't want to. I really think 650 square feet is like perfect living for me. So yeah, that's like my dream. A paid off car, and I don't even need a brand new. I'm not even high maintenance like that. I've been like yearning for an old school Lexus. Like I really like the ones from the early 90s to the late 80s. Those are some to the late 80s to the late 90s, I would say. Those are like super dope. They were the LS 400, 430 or 420, 450, something like that. They're so dope. Real fly, real sexy. For the Honda, I like the Honda Civics. Toyota, honestly, I had a Camry and I had an Avalon. I love the Avalons from like the mid to late 2000s. And then I had a 2003 Avalon, which I loved. I didn't keep it, and I was stupid. And I was stupid to give up my Camry. But my Volvo, I really appreciate it either way. Still appreciate what I have. But I'm going to leave it there. So, what is your American dream? Huh? What have you thought about for your American dream? Not this bullshit ass house fence bullshit. I never understood the 2.5 kids. That's not a thing. Is it a pet that's the half? Is that what the, I don't know. But what is yours? Let me know in the comments. Holla at me. Ask me questions. Please. I will be glad to answer. Y'all have a good time. Be safe. This is Eden the Hero, by the way. Peace out.